welcome to Field to Fork. I'm Abby J, and it's July, full of 4th of July celebrations. And I'm going to show you how to make the best easy recipe for a 4th of July celebration. This is my Harvest Farms chicken thighs. It's barbecue, but we're going to bake it. We're going to show you how to bake it. Real simple, 55 minutes, 3 ingredients. So here we go. You want to lay your chicken down, skin up, and we've got some garlic salt. We're going to just sprinkle this on like so. And this way you can get everything else prepared. I also got some really special sides from Ingles that I'll share with you. And we've got some pepper. Just sprinkle this pepper on, and let's see. There we go. Now the barbecue. You need to get your special favorite barbecue sauce and just layer it on each thigh like so. If you've got all these things going on and you don't have time to cook, this is the recipe you need. Then all we're going to do is wrap the foil like so. Cover it with foil. We're going to leave it in the oven at 425 degrees. We're going to take it back out and then put more barbecue sauce on it and lower the temperatures to 350 after 20 minutes. The next thing we're going to talk about is watermelon. That's what's in season. And Cordele, Georgia is the world capital of watermelons. And that's Crisp County, that's South Georgia above Tifton. And they have some of the best watermelons. And today I want to make a watermelon cake. This is a light cake. And with all the summer berries coming in, this is what you want to do. So what I've done already is I've carved out a little square. You can see here, and you need a seedless watermelon. They work better than any other watermelon. It's got to be seedless. So what you want to do is get some whipped cream. We're going to go around it like so. This is so delicious, so light. Watermelon's really good for you. It does give you a lot of fullness, and you can lose weight if you do it 3 days eating watermelon. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and then top of this with whipped cream. And the last part of this is just some fresh berries. You can put these berries all over this cake. I served this for some guests the other night. They loved it. You want to do this, however, right before you serve dessert, because it only takes a few minutes to put together. We'll put some berries. How festive is this? This is 4th of July, and your guests are going to really love this. It's light, as I said, and easy to make. There you have it, watermelon cake. And we're going to show you what the chicken looks like when we come back. And we're back, and here's our delicious 4th of July celebration feast. And what I've done here is I've gone by Ingles and I picked up some potato salad. I put my own little touch of herbs on there, and we've just got this beautiful chicken. Low maintenance, 55 minutes out of the oven. And to top it off with the delicious watermelon cake. I know you guys are going to enjoy it. It's low maintenance, it's easy, and delicious. So we'll be right back with our next guest.
It's time to discover the convenience and time savings of contact-free pickup with Ingles Curbside. Just visit shop.ingles-markets.com or download the app. And your Ingles personal shopper gets to work with specialized training on how to select the freshest items for a pre-scheduled pickup. They'll even text you with updates. You pull up to a designated space and your personal shopper delivers your items right to your vehicle. Fresh, fast, and affordable. It's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Welcome back to Field to Fork. I have my celebrity chef from the Ingles table here today, Jasmine Queen. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks for having me, Abby.
Well, you do so well. You create so many wonderful recipes.
As do you.
Well, this is still available. This is our spring
Yes.
summer edition, and you can find this in the deli at your local Ingles markets. And I know Jasmine has got some really wonderful recipes. And what are we doing today?
Well, I thought we would make things look, patriotic, right?
Right.
So we're doing the blueberries, the strawberries, and just kind of building a beautiful 4th of July trifle bowl.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
smells wonderful. So what's first? Can I help you?
I would love for you to help me. Yes. So I picked up this beautiful angel food cake in the deli or the bakery at Ingles. So, and then I just kind of cubed that up. So we're going to put that in first.
Okay.
So we're just kind of
Building it,
building
right?
it.
Okay.
And this is something to get your kids in the kitchen to do this. There's nothing hot here, so it's kind of a thing that you could get the kids.
It's a
going
light
on.
dessert.
Right.
Again, my dessert was about the watermelon. Yours is about berries too. That's what's
Right.
good for you.
Exactly.
Just to eat healthy and what's in season.
But you kind of get that sweetness, so your sweet tooth has been fulfilled, but it's not so heavy, right?
Right, right.
All right, and then with this, I just picked up the white chocolate pudding. You can do white chocolate. You could do cheesecake. I tried the vanilla, but it has that yellow tint to it, so it didn't really.
So is this pre-made pudding?
Well, no, I just got the box and
Okay.
mixed it with milk and blended it up.
Easy.
Easy.
Right.
You could go ahead and get the one in the cup though. I've done that before too. So
well, it's
that's
summertime in Ingles. They make it easy, right?
that's right. Exactly. I'm going to use this to kind of flatten this out a little bit.
Okay,
And this
and
doesn't
then
have to
what's
be
next?
perfect. We're going to do strawberries next.
Okay.
And this is fun because you could do it. You could also do it with banana pudding, vanilla wafers, and then bananas. You could do that too.
Yummy.
But if you go into Ingles, they have the most beautiful fruit, right? Everything's just pretty in there, so you can make
There we
kind of
go.
whatever you wanted. And we'll do the blueberries. And again, we're just kind of making layers here.
So we start over then.
then we start. Well, we're gonna put some whipped cream.
Okay.
Or some Cool Whip, and then we'll start over. So kind of do it like that. There we go. And then we're gonna put a whole tub of this.
So
we're just gonna put
is
that all
this,
in there.
This is also a dessert that really is better to eat right after you make it, right?
Exactly. Yeah, you don't want to let this sit because then it's just going to get mushy.
Mushy,
and we don't
right.
like mushy
Well,
fruit,
it
right?
presents better too.
It does.
if you do that,
Well,
right?
and it's so pretty. I think this
Yeah.
is just beautiful. And if you have somewhere to go that you need to take a dessert, your watermelon cake, this, you could take that and everybody's going to think you spent hours on it, but really you didn't.
Well, you can assemble it there. 'Cause
Right,
It's 5
right.
minutes, right?
Right, exactly, right. Because we're doing this super fast.
Well, one missed.
Do you love angel food cake?
I love it.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, I do too. Okay. And then we'll do another
Right.
layer of pudding, and then we'll do the strawberries and blueberries, and then we'll finish it with some whipped cream. But this white chocolate, oh my gosh, it's delicious. Okay, we're gonna go for it.
Yeah, I think most people that entertain want to get recipes like this the last minute, especially if they have people coming over. In
Exactly.
the last minute.
Well, and you don't want to have to spend hours in the kitchen, especially when it's hot outside.
Right.
Like just being in the kitchen, it's like, I want to be outside. I want to be doing fun stuff. So,
Right.
strawberries,
Strawberries
blueberries, whipped
I'm
cream,
getting
and then
behind
we'll,
here.
teamwork right here. We're doing good.
Exactly.
There we go. And you can get fruit already sliced at Ingles. So if you want a real time saver, they have like kind of a berry mix that has the blueberries, strawberries, sometimes blackberries in it.
And you may not need as much. So
Right.
that's why they're pre-cut to buy what you need.
Exactly. And that makes
think
life
that's enough.
so much easier. All right.
Right.
We're going to top this with our Cool Whip right here. If we don't
Perfect.
overflow, let's see. Ooh.
You could even do blackberries.
You sure could. You sure could. And
Mm-hmm.
I think, this doesn't have to be perfect because it's just beautiful. Just kind of, there we go. Kind of go around. And then I just picked up some red, white, and blue sprinkles.
Oh, wow. Here
Look
we
at that.
go. We're celebrating again.
There we go.
Yeah, 4th of July.
Look how pretty and that didn't take us, 2 minutes to
minutes.
make? And then we can you can put one of these beautiful strawberries kind of
On top.
on top
There
right
you go.
there. And then you have just like a beautiful, quick, easy dessert to celebrate.
This is the Jasmine 4th of July
Right.
trifle.
There we
Love
go.
it.
Look at
It's
that. I
heavy.
would take a big
Can't
spoon and just
believe
eat it.
that
I know it's
heavy.
beautiful though.
So we have another fun platter
Yeah.
that you've made.
And again, I'm all about easy, right? So
Right.
this is so easy. I just made the American flag out of fruit. Blackberries and blueberries in here.
Let's
Strawberries.
show it. Let's get it up here. We'll showcase
Yeah,
this.
but
See?
like you said, this is something that the kids could totally make, and this
Absolutely.
is what they're going to gravitate to, right? You've got the marshmallows, the chocolate covered pretzels, the fruit.
You could definitely make this ahead too.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
And again, just easy things that keep you out of the kitchen and celebrating with the people you love.
Right.
Right?
Right. I love it. So Thank you so much for
Yeah.
sharing these two really cool recipes.
Thank you
and
for having me,
I know,
as always.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we're going to come back, and I've got a special guest today to share, some really special stories, and we'll be right back.
Did you know Ingles only sells USDA choice and prime cuts of meat? Maybe it's time to reward yourself. Our butchers cut all our meat fresh in the store every day. Grass-fed, organic, you name it. Not only that, we'll even cut it to order just the way you like it. And we grind meat fresh in the store multiple times a day. It's all in the bag. That's the best meat in town for the best folks in town. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Welcome back to Field of Fork, and this is so special. This is a special part of my show, and I am here to introduce Shirley Alley from Unforgettable Creations, and she is so unforgettable, and Bill Miles with Veteran Foreign War State Commander. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Well, and Shirley, you are always creating things for the veterans. Tell us about your business, or Bill, why don't you share what Shirley has done for you that's made it so unforgettable?
So I met Shirley a few years back through when I was post commander of the Veterans of Foreign Wars here in Cornelia as the post commander, and she got a great shop, and she's very friendly. A little shy today, but she's normally pretty friendly. And she started a program every year at Christmas time. She wanted to do something for a veteran, so I would find a veteran in need in our community, and her ladies at the shop would make a beautiful Christmas tree and a wreath, and always give the veterans a basket. I want to highlight one. I housed a young man last year who was homeless, had a service dog, Marine vet, and Shirley and her crew went above and beyond, bought the young gentleman some clothes, which, by the way, that young man now has a job and is going to college.
How
and
awesome
doing
is
well.
that?
Yep.
And then on top of that, I coordinated last year for our state commander of the Veterans of Foreign Wars, and I'll be doing the same this year during my year, laying a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. So she created that
That's
wreath
incredible.
last year, and it was just a great honor, and she did a wonderful job.
I'm
and
really
that's how I know
proud.
Miss Shirley,
I'm proud of that.
as you
Thank
should.
you. Thank you so much
Well,
for
tell us
letting me.
about Unforgettable Creations.
Well, I'm unforgettable because I do everything off the top of my head. I have no experience. So whatever comes out of my head is what comes
Well, it
out.
looks like you're the star of this show today. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is really original. It's silk flowers that you do, something that lasts forever, right?
That's true.
And that's why you can make these arrangements for Bill, and they last, and it's in memory of the veterans that gave so much.
And Bill will also come by and get wreaths for whether it's Memorial Day or July 4th or whatever, and say, I need some wreaths. And I open up my door, my heart. I love this man.
And I'm sure he loves you, and I love you too, because you did something special for Circle of Hope. I was trying to get a really nice, they had denims and diamonds, and I was thinking blue and something, that had diamonds, and I was fighting with my own self trying to create it, and I thought, well, I'm going to stop there. And I stopped by her shop, and she created this beautiful bow that was just gorgeous, and it was Circle of Hope, and that was for domestic violence. So that was really special that you did that for us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, and your shop is located where?
At 1763 Highway 197 North, just across from the North Georgia Technical College.
There's more than just wreaths in there, though. Tell us a little bit more about this.
It's full of probably antiques and this and that, and signs and vases, creations that I use, some of the things that my husband finds. So it's one of a kind. If you find it and you want it, you better buy it, because if you don't, it's not going to be there.
It's like a scavenger hunt, guys. You go in there, and she's got new stuff all the time, and you never know what you're going to find.
That's true.
I love it.
Well, I appreciate it, and I welcome anybody. I'm there Wednesday through Saturday.
And Bill, tell us a little bit about 4th of July and what that really means to you.
Well, 4th of July is more than just barbecues, family get-togethers. When our young men and women raise their right hand, they take that oath
Right.
for our nation. But more importantly, they write a blank check to this country. And even though we celebrate Memorial Day to remember those that made the ultimate sacrifice, I look at the 4th of July as another day of remembrance, because freedom isn't free. It comes at a cost.
Right.
And our veterans and today, they not only have visible wounds, they have invisible wounds. And those
Right.
don't just affect the veterans, they affect their families and their friends. So freedom comes at a high cost. And I just hope everybody will take a moment during the 4th of July to remember that and actually what the 4th of July is all about.
And let us all remember, in your celebrations this holiday season, let us remember those people, because that is what it's all about. And I really thank you for sharing that on the show today. I want everybody to go by and see my friend Shirley.
Thank you.
And really, I'm gonna have to keep that star here.
Well, you're more than welcome to keep it here. And I have plenty of July 4th wreaths of red, white, and blue. They go all year long. And it just says something about your home when you can put a...
It sounds like a girls' party is in line for this, to just go on the scavenger hunt at your shop, because I love it. And I know everybody that has a chance, go by and meet this special friend of mine. And Bill, you did your service, everything that you're doing is amazing and honorable for the 4th of July. And I want to thank everybody that came on the show, Jasmine Queen. And don't forget, it's easy to celebrate, but celebrate for the right reasons. And we'll see you next time.